Hi, this is Dave Bennett inside the Software Installer Tool. It's October 9th, 2016, and I'm going to do a quick video on find zip files to delete. Okay, this is pretty useful. And you can do it on regular cPanels, you can do it on a WHM server. It's really, really important, when you decide you can pull it off and you decide how many folder levels deep to go. Real quick, just for people who don't know what that means, there's folder levels deep. Some of these tools have them, okay? But what does folder levels deep mean? And that means this. If you start at the beginning on the inside of your file manager, then the first folder level really is whatever shows up right here in the public HTML folder. So all of these folders are in that first level, and all of these files are in that first level. If you decide to go another folder level deep, you're saying 2 folder levels deep. Now it's got to go into each folder and look at everything because it's going another folder level deep. So it goes in here, checks everything out. Then it comes up, goes in here, nothing there, and it keeps going, looking for what else is in these folders. Okay. Now, once you cross 2 folder levels deep and you start going 3 folder levels deep, now it can take a lot more time to get the work done, right? So it's really a question of how important it is to you to go a certain level deep. Like if you really need to get everything, then you might go like 5 folder levels deep. And usually that's about as deep as most things go. But this really means 1, and then go into here, check everything, and then go into here, and that's already 3 folder levels deep, right? But already when you're going there, that means it's got to go through every single one of these for absolutely every folder all the way down, right? That's what can make it take a long time to process. So don't be surprised if you set it high, folder levels 3, 4, 5, for it to really take a long time to process. It just depends on your folder structure on your website. Okay, here's the thing. Sooner or later, when you go uploading everything and unzipping it, you're going to wind up with these zip files behind you. This one's taking up 15.5 meg. This one's taking up 79 meg. This one's taking up 19 meg. And there have to be more in here somewhere. Okay, probably, I don't know which folder, I'd have to go look. So maybe nothing in here, nothing in there. But if I keep going, eventually I'll hit a folder like this, and oh, there's that one, right? Which is 8 meg, because we didn't upload there. Now here's the thing. Sooner or later, you start running out of room on your cPanel and you're forced to upgrade. Except you're thinking, man, am I really using that much space? And then you come back and you double check and you're like, no, wow, I'm taking up space I don't need to be taking up. This is so old I can delete it. I don't need it anymore. I extracted it, it created the file, but that was a really long time ago, and I have since changed that file, and this is no longer valid anymore. It's just too old to be valid. Okay, well, imagine what it's like when you're trying to comb through all your folders looking for how much space you can save, right? And then take it one level deeper and picture what that means if you're on an entire server. Okay, because in a server you can lose a lot of space because you or other people who are on the server, okay, for all those websites that you have, who knows what they're uploading and who knows how much space they're taking up and who knows if they've ever gone back and dug around to get rid of old files anymore, right? So especially guys on a WHM server are going to run out of room. I'll give you an example. System health, show current disk usage, okay? And for the whole disk right now, the percentage used is 26%, okay? 218 gigs used and 629 gig available. Now here's the point. Just last week, this was 99% used. And I went through and double checked why, and sure enough, tons of zip files were uploaded and didn't need to be, just old stuff. So I did a real big cleanup. So this is at a point where I was facing having to upgrade the server again for more room. But I was thinking, are we really using that much space? And I was thinking, yeah, I don't think so. I don't. And so I went and I ran the software installer tool through the entire WHM server, a certain number of folder levels deep. Usually 2 does it for zip files. Why? Because when you upload zip files, okay, let me just be clear. When you upload a zip file, usually you upload it to the root, or you upload it into some subdomain folder you just created, So it goes right in there. Usually you don't upload zip files any deeper than that unless you're getting more specific, like for images, maybe. Okay. For themes or something, maybe. Okay. For user files, maybe. So you might go 3 folder levels deep. But there you have it. Um, the trick would be going through every folder, 2 or 3 folder levels deep, for every website, looking for zip files to consider deleting. That's why we created this tool. So let me just show you real fast with a simple cPanel account. Let me just go ahead and come down to our emoji samples example. Let's go 2 folder levels deep. I really could go 3 just to see what would happen, and search. Okay, and it's going to warn me deeper levels require much more processing time to complete. Let's see. I don't really have a lot on that website because we only uploaded a few things, right? So just let me go ahead and watch how long this takes. It's about, oh, it's done. I was going to say it's about 3:15 right now. I'll pause it. But here we go. Okay, it gave me the whole list of what it's got, right? This is that real estate upload, okay? It went into the public HTML folder, the real estate folder, and that's the name of it. At the time it uploaded, right? Date timestamp upload, or whatever it was for the random number. Now, the outdoor survival one went up into themes, and that was a zip file for a particular theme we added to something. Okay, and another one, went here into user files. Okay, fine. Then we have this campaign file that went right into the root. Okay, that's when we put the campaign, the donate theme right in the root. Then we have this full backup. Maybe we don't want to delete that, right? Because it's really important to save it. But then we have this survival. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I just want to do some really fast math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those things, and just see if we can't really quickly assess how much room we're taking up. Okay, so I got my handy dandy calculator here. I'm just getting a clue, right? Campaign, so 15 and a half, 18, so it's what, like 33 or 4. Let's say 34 actually. 34. Then what? 34 and 8, so 42 meg. Okay, 42 meg, and then there were more. 42 meg and 370 kilobytes. And 5, 47, 48 meg, pushing 50 meg. Okay, pushing 50 meg. Not a lot. But if you're really active and you're uploading a lot of stuff, and then you have several websites and you're uploading a lot of stuff to them, that really, really quickly changes, right? You install like 10 programs and you're up to 200 meg. And then you do that times 10 domains, even if they're all on the same cPanel, now you're up to what? Yeah, you're really talking about a lot. 2 gig of zip files just lying there, most of which you don't need. So, okay, let's say I want to check mark all because I want to delete them all, except for that one. The coolest thing is it will go into each folder and delete each of these things. You don't have to be logged into the cPanel at all for any of this to happen, right? So just again, to point it out for the fun of it, find zip files to delete, choose your weapon, emoji samples, and this is just a case where you probably won't use custom at all. I mean, you could, somebody could give you their cPanel username and you can do it this way, but you may as well put it in your website list so you can do it thoroughly or do it correctly. Let me just go with 2. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. Yeah, okay. So everything except for that, go ahead and remove. Yeah, I know, I do want to delete them. There you go. I just recovered what, like 50 meg, 48 meg, right? That's how fast, okay? That's how fast. And that buys you more space by getting rid of files you no longer need. That's the coolest thing about finding zip files to delete. Most of us wind up with a lot of zip files, and then we wonder how we're using up all the room on our server, and we just guess there's a reason, and we upgrade. Well, before you go spending extra money upgrading, first look for zip files to delete, okay? And that's cool. And then for all of you who have this tool and you have accounts on our cPanel, it's nice when you can once in a while go through your sites and look for zip files to delete as well. We can run around behind you if we need to gather room up by doing the thing on the entire website. Okay, like literally, if I wanted to just start looking at a few websites now just to see, and I have done this before. I've gone through some of these and literally cleaned them out. Control F, okay, emoji dash samples, because this is our test website, right? I really don't care what's on there and not on there. Let's see what happens when I hit remove. Automatically delete all the zip files that many folder levels deep, just automatically, okay? So let's see if that's true. We no longer have our backup. Yep, we no longer have our backup. So that's exactly what it did. It'll go 2 levels deep through every, if I said 2, it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 1. For every website I checkmark and literally delete all the zip files it sees. Again, the assumption is you don't need most of your zip files, okay? But it's better and a lot more accurate to do a cPanel account one at a time in case you do have some kind of a backup you want to need. Flip side, if I delete them all, I could go back through and create backups for them all. And the reality check is we do have a WHM server where we could do a backup on everything right after deleting everything. So if I wanted to go crazy, I might set this thing to run all night. Okay, and just, while I'm sleeping, it can go ahead and back up all these accounts. Okay, there you go. Okay, that helps you understand how this stuff is done. It's efficient, and really, we should all do it manually, but hate to. So that's where this just comes in handy. It really saves us time and space and frees up our server, makes things run fast and smooth again. Okay, thanks for watching.